Hello, everyone. Greetings to all. Myself, social worker Habib Rahman. I'm here with you today with my invited special guest, Professor Dr. R Shakti Prabha. Let me introduce her with this very auspicious moment on the topic prospects and challenges of social work practice in India. This is hosted through Community Talks YouTube channel powered by CSWPD Foundation, that is Community Social Practice and Development Foundation. So let me introduce our honorable distinguished guest today, Professor Dr. R Shakti Prabha. She is Honorable Dean of Schools of Humanities College in Chennai, Hindustan College of Arts and Sciences, India. Dr. Shakti, welcome you to this show today, to this sharing and caring platform of Community Talks. And over the pandemic, we have been actually hosting and such dialogue with so many guests and friends from different parts of the world, especially keeping focus on social work, power, promotion, contextualization, internationalization, professionalization, so many things I always introduce. And definitely, I try to connect the potentials of social work to the common issues and the problems of the society and community. So today's topic is prospects and challenges of social work practice in India. So I'd request you to say a few words about your context, rebuilding education, establishing student mindset currently in your college, how you are and how your students are actually performing during this COVID. Please unmute, Prof.
Thank you, Professor. At the outset, I want to thank Community Talks and Professor Habibur Rahman for inviting me for this session to talk on prospects and challenges of social practice in India. So it's a honor for me to share my thoughts on this important platform. And really, I could meet so many people virtually on this. So I'm very happy to be present here. Regarding the social work practice, for the last 2 years, I just want to share my own experience in our department, how it went all. Actually, last year during March, we were getting ready for our industrial tour to Vietnam. So everything was in place, and we booked the tickets also for the travel. And all of the sudden, we got the information that no, we cannot travel, and we should not, for the safety purpose, we have to stay back because there was a lot of uncertainty. Still, we were not clear what was happening. Immediately we cancel our tickets, and then we thought, okay, let's we have to adapt and we have to change. Something new is going to come, so that feeling we could get it. So from that moment onwards, the first step was to prepare the students, because students were not aware, and switching from offline to online was very challenging for us, as well as I think for all the schools of social work, because students were no, they were used to the offline teaching and going and visiting the organization and doing and field work. But most of our students finished the internship, so that year it was not a problem. But now we have to start thinking about the future semesters, how we are going to take forward the social work practice. So that was really a very big question in us. Actually, it took few no days and even a month to sit and plan on how we are going to proceed. And I think this pandemic, one positive aspect I always consider is the networking of all the social workers all over the world. So during this, we had lot of conversation and lot of webinars where a lot of social workers all over the globe, and they started talking on how we are going to do an effective social work practice, because field work is a backbone of social work education, and as a intensive, it's a very intensive training program, and as a social work educator, we cannot compensate on it. So at any cost, we have to give our students the best exposure with good safety, because safety was the key. So really we have to look into the safety of the students first, and then we have to think about what kind of exposures can be given. The first thought, I think, which flown in our mind was going online, but that was also little thoughtful whether it will the students will get knowledge sharing. But to begin with, because we cannot wait till no, because we were not sure about the intensity of the problem, so we cannot wait till no, we know the picture. So we started with the internship, online internship. So all I had a lot of network with a lot of medical social workers, psychiatric social workers, and NGOs who were willing to provide online internships. Immediately, we made students enroll into them, and also we made students to undergo some certificate courses which will enhance their knowledge. So that is how we started with the fieldwork placements. But after a while time, we got a feel that because the need of social workers is more in the field, so it is the time to step in into the community with precautions. So that was the next thought. So immediately, we a lot of our students were encouraged to go and offer volunteer services in providing awareness on COVID-19, and many of my students were involved in distributing masks and sanitizers and spreading a lot of awareness with lot of safety. So we were with them, and they also worked in COVID-19 helpline in our government. So a lot of voluntary services students were involving within the safety measures. But after a while, we could feel that few students were not because of fieldwork they became positive, but some other through some other sources they were positive. So we have to bring them back. So boosting them, motivating them, and bringing them back, and telling that no, the fieldwork is the backbone, and you have to really self motivate yourself, and you have to learn. So that was the next important challenge for all of us. And we the next semester itself, students were sent into community with safety precautions. And if the students community is not very safe, then we prefer though they go for a online internship. So it was a combination of offline and online. So the students are in a safe atmosphere, and they were very in a very close monitoring, and reporting was there. And as there was a lot of lockdowns and coming back, and so we in between, I think last year we opened college for a month, and students were back, and we sent for internship so we could do the conference and guidance and all. So I think that internship was quite useful for them. They had a good exposure. So now we are again back to college for the last few days. I think we came on September 1st. The first step the department we did is that we send them for internship with safety. So there are certain NGOs which said that it's not safe to send to the community. So we, for them, we have seen that students go online, but majority of our students are on offline only, and they are following safety precautions, and we are having a very close follow up with them. And even we made them prepared that there will be a lot of challenges. You cannot expect the way you are. You have to adapt to the situation, and you have to learn. And I think this online has opened a lot of avenues to, but to some extent we have done that. Thank you. That's it.
Very good, Dr. Shukti. My question actually, this is a question to myself even.
Mm.
You know, in Bangladesh, since 50 decades, social work has been taught as an academic discipline. Still, we are fighting to see social work as a professional field, recognized field, but it's not yet to be actually confirmed that we are a profession. Many students being frustrated after their graduation and masters because of lack of job facilities, especially in that particular area. But we come to know that there are so many scopes, so many job options are there in UK, in America, Canada, Australia, and some other first world areas. And it hits already in Middle East and East Asia also, that social work being professionalized in different parts. And so far, I know in India, state-wise, social work status is different so far.
Yes.
So can you just distinguish and just mention some specific potential areas where social worker may be appointed to upbring the social service standing beside the government efforts in your area or in India?
Yes. Yes, I think that's a very important question. Thank you for that question. Regarding the scope of social work, I always say that when man is there in this earth, you have the scope of social work. That's always I say to my students. But yeah, I do when I travel abroad and when I see that they have a council, they can register. I do feel that one day we also should have a council in our country, and we also get no chance of getting a registered social work practitioner. But as far as my state is concerned, I could feel the social work is functioning very well, not only in my state but also in other parts of the country. I think we are only missing the council part, but otherwise, all the social workers are working very effectively. And social workers are raising voice for the social workers. For example, there are in many places, no, an organization, it has been made mandatory that a student with MSW qualification should be recruited, because earlier and all, in many of the post of social workers, people with other background were also recruited. But very recently, in a government setup, they made it mandatory that a student with MSW community development specialization should be employed in this post. So that kind of mandatory instructions have come up now. So the openings are there, and the Professional Social Work Association working at our state as well as in at the national level, we have NAPSWI and other associations are working very well. So they are updating a lot of informations about the scope and what are the job opportunities in the websites and the networking. For example, I am in my own place, I am a part of so many groups where we all social work educators and practitioners are there. So this group is basically for helping the students to wherever there is a job opportunity, immediately it is posted. So I forward to the required group. So it's like that. The networking works so fast. So every time, no, and if there is, even when there is a salary level is low, we raise our voice and we say that there should be a minimum salary, standard salary should be there. So that then only we can keep up our profession. We cannot go for a very low salary, then the people will start fixing that kind of salary. So that also we are very strong and we insist and we raise voice and tell that a minimum salary should be there for undergraduate in social work or postgraduate in social work. So all these things are really effective done. And students, do they feel these kind of things? And we tell them that definitely all the senior social workers all over the country are fighting and are having lot of webinars are going around, and they are discussing on for this National Council of Social Work. But only one thing what I feel is that no, there is no uniformity of syllabus in all over the state as well as in other colleges, because each autonomous and self-finance college, we have our own syllabus, so we don't have uniformity in that. Even specialization, some colleges we have two, some colleges have four, so the specialization also differs. I think if the uniformity is there, maybe the things can be more better, because every autonomous colleges gets little freedom to devise on their courses and all. But our institutions, we are all affiliated to University of Madras, where we cannot select our own subject, so we have to follow what Board of Studies of University prescribe for us. But we are all we give our suggestions that what best papers can be given based on the recent updation, and we try our level best to get student placed. It depends upon the students knowledge and skill also. So definitely the students who have performed well, we could see that they are placed very well. I was just trying to get some videos from my student for our alumni meet. I could feel that they are so busy. They're telling, ma'am, we are here, we are working there, so we are all in COVID relief places. So I could feel that no students are really very effectively involved in so many activities and providing various services, during this COVID-19 period. So there is a lot of opportunity for the students. Only thing they have to keep on networking. I always tell the students that no, networking is the best source through which you can get your recruitment opportunity or any scope. So when you have the better no, networking, when you know more social workers, wherever you go for your internship, build a good rapport with them. And through one social work, you can connect with several social workers. So whenever there is a vacancy, you can easily know where is the opportunity and you can easily tap the resources. So these are the no suggestions what we say to our students, and we are happy that many of our students are becoming entrepreneurs nowadays. So instead of going and working under someone, they have started their own NGOs. So last year, my the current passed out student started an NGO, and he's successfully gone to the second year, and they
Yeah,
are
great.
doing very good
Uh,
service in the community.
Prof,
Thank
I will ask you actually lastly the challenges of social work practice in India. And before that, I would love to know about the practice pattern, especially in field work, because in Bangladesh, we are still on like block format in honors last semester and the masters last semester. We have like 40 days or 48 days and 60 days field work after acquiring knowledge from the classroom, theoretical knowledge. Students are sent to some organizations selected by the department from academic committee, and under the supervision of someone or some supervisor from that agency as an external agency supervisor. Those who are not actually held from social work in most of the cases.
Okay.
And recently, some universities started thinking to just make it concurrent in the second semester, third semester, like introducing one course and attachment with the organization. But I don't think that there is kind of concurrent field work, just that we observe in some universities nearby, I mean, India, EU countries. So, can you just make me clear the fieldwork pattern and
Yeah,
practices in India in different universities?
sure. Um, I will actually, as I said earlier, the fieldwork patterns differ from university, and colleges. Okay, autonomous college they have their own fieldwork pattern, but most of the pattern, if you see, in the first years, it always starts with an observation visit because they'll be from different backgrounds. They will be very new to social work. So the first semester they'll go and visit. We'll conduct some lab sessions where orient them that what are the what is social work and what is Indian economy, what is the problem. So all these concepts we explain them. Then after giving orientation, they go for visit to various social welfare organization. So we arrange the social welfare organization in such a way that they get exposure to all the different setting, children setting, the setting of with the women or the disability people with disability, the organization which work with people with disability, mental disabilities, old age, then company, like that, not to understand the corporate social responsibility, HR. So different fields we select and we make the students go and undergo these observation visits. So they have to come back and have to discuss with us what was their learning experience. So that will be the first time, and then they go for a camp, rural camp. So mostly it depends upon how the department is planning. Whenever we plan, no, we in our departments, we since we are our college is situated in suburban area, I recommend students going for the tribal areas because they won't get opportunity to go there. So they spend 8 to 10 days in tribal areas and they do lot of activities. They conduct lot of awareness program. They conduct activities for children, activity for women. Like that, many activities are conducted. So that by the time they finish the first semester, they are equipped. They are totally aware because they will be studying these social work papers and other methods of social work, and along with observation visits and rural camp, will give them a clarity on how the social work is practiced. From the next semester, we make them go for the concurrent field work. So in most of the colleges in Chennai, concurrent fieldwork is followed in the beginning, not block comes later. So in concurrent fieldwork, so weekly 2 days or weekly 3 days. So it depends upon the department how it's going to fix. It will be an alternative day or a continuous day, or some departments keep at the weekend where the students can stay also maybe on a Saturday and they can come back on Sunday because they everyone has their own plan to give the best exposure for the students. So here we send them for 2 days of internship, continuous internship, and they'll be placed under two supervisor. One is a faculty supervisor here, and they will have a agency supervisor in the NGOs. So the we faculty supervisor and agency supervisor will have conversation on the performance of the student. So we at the end of it, so the student will be reporting to both of us. They have to send report to us. They have to send report to them. So both the guidance will be there. At the end of it, we'll take an evaluation from the agency supervisor about the performance of the student and about us also. So what as
Right.
a department, what else we can do for the betterment of the student. So this concurrent fieldwork goes for nearly three semesters continuously. In between summer, the May month, that also we tell them to go for 1 month summer internship. So by the time they can decide whatever the specialization they have opted, human resource or medical and psychiatric or community development, they have to do a 1 month continuous block summer internship, and they should come and give us a report, and we'll keep a viva for them. So they have to tell what they have learned and all. Then again they go for concurrent. So like that, and by the time they finish their fourth semester, they would have finished another concurrent. Then we take them for international study too to give them a global social work perspective. So that we have made as mandatory. So we have gone to Taiwan and Thailand and Malaysia. So many countries have taken to them. So there they go and learn what how social work is practiced there. So they, after going there, we explain them. So every evening we have a discussion of explaining how it is in India, how is in this country. So like that, we orient them. We take them for a lot of conferences. We make them present papers. So like that, we create a lot of opportunity. If any opportunity of student exchange or a student can do an internship in abroad, we encourage them. Taiwan Asia University gives us a lot of opportunity for a student to come and do project there. So it's fully sponsored by the government. So the our students, nearly some 14 students have gone and they have done internship there. So they get a very good exposure of internship in Chennai as well as internship abroad. So by the time they finish that industrial tour, again the 30 days block placement, that is the last block placement they complete before MSW. So they have to finish the block
Very
placement,
good. So
produce the certificate, and then complete the course. So that is how the
yeah,
field
yeah.
works.
So in the list, hopefully Bangladesh will be added just to teach your students
Yes, yes.
global
Actually,
social
I'm
work,
waiting. If
right?
all this pandemic, no, get we get an opportunity to visit, definitely I'll bring my students there.
Right. But after all these things, actually, that I could understand that concurrent field work over the semester, over the year, student could learn many things because they
Yes, yes,
learn at the same time classroom and the field from the
yes,
community, from the individual, from different agencies, which is so far I think I could believe this is much
yes.
helpful for the students.
The main benefit is that because in between they meet us, no, so they can discuss with us, and we can tell them what are the area of improvements, and we also learn from them a lot. If in a
Yeah.
class there are 40 students with 40 organizations, so it's really very knowledgeable to discuss with them and learn, really.
But Dr. Shukti, my last question is, we the people, we the social worker have been fighting for social work to upbring it in limelight as a profession like other
Yes.
professions, investing time and power, energy, knowledge, many things. But still, we can't do that. So, what are the secret challenges or the actually visible challenges that you face towards professionalization and huge expansion of social work in India, definitely, and Bangladesh and other parts of Asia? So, what are the challenges and what you think to recommend for that really? Your time is 6 minutes for this challenges and recovery.
Yeah, right from the day I came into social work, I think I've been explaining people what social work is to many people, because still that confusion is there. Many people do not understand. When in our department started, no, many people were really thinking, what is social work? What are you going to teach? What are your subjects? So there, that is a question they were asking me. So we have to explain them what social work is. Many people understand commerce and other subjects, but still they are wondering what can be the subject contents of social work. The people who are in social work, who are educating themselves in social work, more know more about the social work. I don't know why still that visibility is little less. Maybe I think we all social workers should work more and bring visibility wherever we are. No, I always tell to my colleagues wherever colleges I go, I said the most important aspect for a social work educator is, because we are all working in a college where you have 20 other courses which are from computer science, biology, and mathematics, and so we have to bring visibility in the college. That is more important. People should understand what is a special course social work, what are they doing, so that kind of visibility is very important. So when we are very passionate, we'll really work for that visibility. So in I feel very happy that my institution for the last 12 years we have made each one of them to understand what social work is, because that visibility we have brought in the various programs, the way, the unique way of doing, and all these things. No, it is very important. But in society, still there are a lot of perceptions. Because I heard people telling that, no, if you do this specialization, you'll get more salary. If they do this specialization, you won't get it. I don't know why people spread that kind of messages, because when we offer specialization of students, they become so confused. They get whether I have to go for community development or I have to go as a HR or go to, because they are so confused on that, because different people share different thoughts. So it's very important that no, we give a clarity. In fact, I have done my doctorate, but still I explain my parents what I'm doing now. After so many
Right.
years, they know that I'm a social work educator, but they know that I help people. So any problem, they'll call me and say, Shakti, please do something for them. Then I'll do it. So that is an example I'm telling, very simple, because lots of awareness need to be there for social work. I think we really need to work very hard and bring lot of awareness in social work wherever we are. Though there are so many eminent social work educators and all, and so many people are there and discussing, but how many of them really come and listen to us? I think we should go on little multidisciplinary. I think that is more
Right.
important. I always will. I really like your conference, where you had people from different perspective. You invited from economics, psychology, and so many other fields. I think we had a lawyer and from English and all. So that is, I think, that is the best way. Instead of focusing, when you make it as multidisciplinary, because wherever we work, we cannot work as alone. We have to collaborate with other professionals, and we have to work. So working more on multidisciplinary factor and being more, making wherever we meet. And I always tell my students, if your parents or someone, please explain them what social work is. Please tell them that it is different. So that is a message. Wherever we are, we have to communicate, and this is one profession, where we get both. We are employed and we are so happy because we bring happiness in others. So I always tell them that we have, but challenge is there, and it will continue, and we all will do our level best to make
Correct.
people understand what social work is. But comparatively, in my state, I could see social work is good nowadays, because all our admissions and all, we are full. We have full seats, so students are approaching for social work. They are understanding social work. I think this digital is the wonderful boon for us, through Facebook and YouTube. We share so much of social work, so people really understand. So it is a responsibility of each and every social work wherever we are in the world, to sensitize people on social work. And I think, in my mother tongue, there's a saying that, no, if you want to push a big stone, you have to keep on pushing, then one day it will get pushed off. So
True.
this hurdle challenge is like that. So we have to do step by step. And when we all join together, I think all these challenges will move one day, and social work will be recognized. So I have a lot of hope that definitely the council will come in our country, and we all will become registered social workers. And I think we in all the countries, we are really doing wonders, and and really doing a very good job. So I feel very proud that I'm connected with you all, and I
So that's
learned so
why,
much.
Prof. Dr. Shukti, you might see in the last conference, I declared, profoundly declared social worker, because I do believe, it's
Yes,
still, I'm confidently believing, social worker might have PhD or other degrees, but social worker is social worker, should be identified as social worker, not any other designation before that.
yes,
So when I see PSW, Dr. Shukti Prabha, it
yes.
gave me
I added after you.
really, trust me,
No,
I got
that gives me a
it,
boost.
it gave me pleasure and confidence that that should be.
Yes,
You
that
might be
is. I think
professor,
that
you
is my
might be dean,
identity.
you might be vice chancellor, or any other designation you might have, but don't forget to put either PSW or
Or
ASW, that we are
SW.
social
Sure,
worker.
sure, sure. Psychiatric
Actually,
is
that
my
is my
passion,
dream
so
to
I add
establish.
it.
Yeah, there are so many challenges, but from your discussion, that I could uh, summarize, and I do believe that social workers are the ambassadors of happiness, of
Yes.
smiling face, and social work is a holistic discipline. There are so many things. Economics is here,
Yeah.
political science is here, anthropology,
It's
sociology,
connected to
finance,
all.
banking, all subjects are here really,
Yes.
because
Yes.
to make a person happy, healthy, and smiley, definitely we have to know every corner, every single part of his lifestyle and daily life.
Yes.
So this is amazing discussion, and I'm very sorry for little interruption of
No problem.
internet actually, but
It's
my
all.
target was to invite you to just make a share with our friends, fellow colleagues, about social work brainstorming, how we are thinking actually globally. So nothing to do more. above this, but I do believe still sharing is caring. And social
Yes.
worker, if we stand together globally, social work image, prestige, expansion will be established soon, hopefully.
Yes.
So
Yes.
thanks again, Dr. Shakti
Thank
Prabha,
you.
and
Thank you
I'm
much.
delighted to have you here with a very short notice.
Thank you very much.
And I believe you are a very caring social worker, not only
Thank you.
practicing social worker.
Thank you
You
very
care,
much.
yeah, yeah. You care for all of us, those who are actually sitting out of your state even. So hope social work motion will be remaining same, and of course be speedy by our efforts. Hopefully, stay safe, stay tuned. Hope to see you again, Dr. Shukti. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor. Thank you. Be safe.
Thank
See
you.
you soon. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye bye.